Hello and good morning. You're listening to Casey Genesis in the AM. I'm your host, Casey Genesis. How are y'all's Thursday going, man? Mine's just doing pretty good so far. I'm getting the day started and having this pre-recorded episode for you guys. Hope you guys enjoy it. Got a few interesting things I want to talk about, you know, before I get into it. But get into articles. Well, it's not really an article, but it's kind of like conversation starters, or hey, maybe it's like the perspective. Yeah, maybe it's like that. The one that I did with the incels. I read y'all comments too on my YouTube, man. I appreciate those. So now it's a little controversial, but you know, shouts out to David. Shouts out to them for switching over. Hope you're doing all right on this morning, as I am. Thank you very much. Now, um, some of you probably know, or most of you probably don't know, that I am on Reddit, and I do look at lots of communities, from people's experiences and people's uh, life experiences and whatnot like that. And yeah, it's like one of my favorite communities is True Off My Chest, and I swear it feels like that. Like some of this stuff is made up, but it's not. It's like it's so well put together that you would think that, oh shit, this is really real. This is real. This is real. Okay. Well. Okay. Well. Cool. Cool. But I really want to read this. And this is like the first post from Reddit that I've really read. That makes sense. But I'm also thinking about like starting another um podcast. Podcast channel with me just reading short stories. Uh, Trying to get those voice acting chops in. So let me know what you guys think about that. Let me know what you guys think about that. Should I do it or not? Cause I got the voice, but yeah, just need to read more. Think they help me read more. I don't know. Maybe do it during the daytime or something. I've already done enough during morning, man. I swear. Like it's starting to mess up my sleeping pattern. Like I've been awake since I got off work at 6 a.m. So I'm trying to get my schedule back on point. Or maybe this is my new schedule. I have no idea. This is coming from a night shift schedule. So we have the worst sleeping schedules of all time. I swear it's not even funny, man. But I'm just waiting for a call or something to change. We'll see. But let's get into it, man. I've read this article. Yeah, not this article, but I've read this post a little bit, and yeah, it's like it's just one of those posts where you're like, one of these guys again. It's not an incel, and it's not a straight man. Well, at least that's what they say. But I do want to get into this, but we have to take a quick break. Right? So we have more on that topic coming up next. Stay tuned. Hello and good morning. You're listening to Casey Genesis in the AM. I'm your host, Casey Genesis. And good Thursday. It's not enough good Thursdays. It's always like Good Friday or Happy Sunday or Good Monday or something weird like that. I don't know. But you rather hear anything about Thursday? We got Taco Tuesday. We got Wrestling Wednesday. I'm kidding, that's not a thing. But wrestling do come on Wednesdays. So yeah. But I do want to get into this post what this user put. And it's from True Off My Chest. Hope I don't get flagged for this. If so, then just take my episode down. Just take it down. That's it. And they said, beautiful women are extremely entitled and are toxic and need a reality check. That's the headline. The body? Let me first preface my rant by saying that I am a gay man and my post is not coming from a place of sexual frustration, as most people would perceive these types of posts as bitter reactions towards being rejected by pretty women. Also, that I am speaking from my own personal experiences. For context, I try my best to exercise proper ethique in an outgoing manner. I say good morning, afternoon, evening to almost everyone I interact or pass by throughout my day, go to my way to open doors or give right away to strangers. You know, the typical polite stuff. Most of the time, it's received well, and rarely do I run into someone that responds back with negativity. However, the only time I ever feel treated like a third-class citizen is when I do this for a typical beautiful woman. When I do this for the typical, I think you mean like typical, but he put atypical, so I don't know what that means. However, the only time I ever feel treated like a third-class citizen is when I do this for the atypical beautiful woman. He got beautiful woman in quotations. Go out of my way to wait and leave the door open for her? Question mark. It's so common for them to just pass through you in the door and not even acknowledge your presence or act a kind act, as if the favor that I'm doing is to be expected. I play a game in my head and try to guess if the lady will be nice, rude, before she passes through the door. Most of the time, they are rude. This morning was the nail in the coffin for me. It is what drove me to write this post. I was walking into the gym and a lovely young lady was walking by me at the same time. I smiled and said good morning. Her response? She rolled her eyes and didn't say a word back to me. Now, this isn't the first time this has happened. I usually would just let it go and just assume that the person is just an asshole or might be going through a rough day. However, this chick goes out of her way to complain to this handsome guy that she is probably trying to get with, that I was a creep, that I was creeping on her, and that she can't stand how she can't go out without constantly being hit on. Unfortunately for her, this same hunk of a dude just so happens to be friends with my own boyfriend. So the guy called her out before walking over to tell me what the girl said. Oh wow, that's wild. Oof. Okay, I was in utter disbelief and felt disgusted. To go out of my way and be polite to her, only for her to use me as a prop so she can brag about how she gets hit on at the expense of me being a creep. I confronted her, revealed that I'm gay, and called her a disgusting person. Her response? Well, maybe you shouldn't go around being polite to pretty girls because it can be perceived as sexual assault. No apologies, no nothing. And yes, she actually categorized a friendly good morning as sexual assault. I walked away and said, "You're not even that pretty, girl," in the sassiest tone that I could muster. Unfortunately, nobody stood up to clap. Ha, ha, ha. In seriousness, I'm going to stop going out of my way to be polite to these pretty, in quotations, girls. The fact that the fact that I was somehow branded as a creep left such a bitter taste. I believe this person had proofread their post, so I'm trying my best to correct it. Left left a left such a bitter taste. Jesus Christ, man! All I'm saying is, some of you ladies need a huge reality check, and that's his post. Um, I don't know. Like, I'm not. I'm not trying to call him a liar or anything. I'm not trying to you know, accuse this person of being a straight man pretending to be gay, but that don't sound like a gay man at all. I've communicated with my fair share of gay men. I have gay friends. Yes, I'm gonna be that guy. I have gay friends, and they don't appear that way. At least from from my experience, you know. Even as yeah, like this is coming from a straight black man. Yeah, like they don't seem very you know gayish to me. Just to tell his experience on that. It's so weird, and it feels like that he might be like a straight guy pretending to be gay, but I'm I'm, I'm just gonna go on a loop and say that I'm wrong, and that he is gay, and that you know maybe yeah he did have this experience with this quotations pretty girl, or quotations beautiful woman. But at the end of the motherfucking day, women don't owe you shit. You chose to open that door, sir. You chose to open that door and say good morning. Hello, how are you? How are you doing? Oh, good morning. Oh, you're welcome. Let me open the door for you. Let me get your car door for you. Let me pick these pick this pick these keys out that you dropped. You did it out of the kindness of your heart. Well, no. You were supposed to do it. If you choose to do that, and that means you okay. Pause. 1 second. 1 second. Jesus Christ, man. If you choose to do that, you're supposed to choose to do it because you want to do it. Because, kindness of your heart. Not because you want something back in return, like a thank you or anything like that. Like I've never got that, man. Like even when I was like younger, like in my like teenage years or in my 20s, man. Like I never expected anyone to say thank you whenever I hold the door for them. Now the friends, the guys I was hanging with at the time, whenever they open a door for someone, they always expected a thank you. But whenever they didn't get it, they'd be like, well, fuck you too then, bitch. I'm here to tell you, man. I wish I would have said something back then, but I was much younger and very closed off, man. Just very shy and timid. But I'm here to say now that